Here on the Daily Dose, we aim just to get a little bit better each and every day. First of all, thank you for all you guys who are liking, sharing, commenting on this content. Is greatly appreciated to get our message out there and to continue to help other people pivot into their next. So today's topic is going to be making the wrong comparisons will kill your progress. Making the wrong comparisons will kill your progress. A lot of times it's natural for us to want to look at other people and compare what we're doing versus what they're doing, whether that's in the context of the same arena. We want to track our progress. We're looking at other people's successes in different lines of employment, different business opportunities, and we're thinking that, hey, that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be doing the same thing that we see other people. And if we're not careful, if we don't, compare to ourselves to other people, or more importantly, compare ourselves to ourselves in the correct way, we can truly kill our progress. And so the number one thing I want to say is just look forward to your journey first. Identify what journey that you're wanting to be on, identify the path that you want to be on, identify the lane, and more importantly, identify your why and your purpose and how those things align with your journey. A lot of times, depending on where you are in life when you're listening to this, you might already have a job, you might already be in full swing into your career, and you realize that, hey, either A, my why aligns with my current career path or purpose, or B, my why doesn't necessarily align with what I'm doing. And so you have to look at and assess your own situation, your own journey, your own path for you to be, in order for you to be the most successful and the most effective that you can be. And so a lot of times, that they'll say the comparison is the thief of joy. And sometimes you start comparing yourself to other people and other things, and you don't have a clear picture or at least a starting point for your trajectory, a starting point for your life and your path and your journey. Those comparisons can give you empty feelings, empty emotions, empty thoughts about where you think you should be, because you're comparing yourself to somebody who may already have that part of their life figured out. They understand where they're going, and they're tinkering with the methods in order for to help them get there. But for you to make the comparison to yourself to the other person without understanding what your journey is will rob you of some of your effectiveness. Number two, only look to the left or to the right of you for calibration. A lot of times, for those of you who are already on y'all's path or journey going forward in whatever it is that you want to do, you should look to the left or to the right of you in terms of people who are in your sphere, in your circle, whether that's their or in your circle of contact or your reach of contact, only for the purpose of, if they're in the same field as you, looking at what the industry standard is, kind of getting an assessment and getting into alignment with what the market is asking for, what the market is looking for. I think it's great practice to be able to identify a few people in the field that you want to be in that's performing at a higher level than you, to understand how they're moving, what systems do they have in place, what can you see from the peripheral to be able to help you move along in your journey. And that's the only time you should be looking to the left and to the right of you. Sometimes we look, again, just to belabor the previous point, sometimes we look to the left and to the right and we get caught up in the successes, and we get caught up in the end result that we neglect to look at the how and the amount of consistency that individual is put into place. And so when we look into the left and to the right, it's about calibration of what we're doing, not to sulk and to be upset with ourselves about why we're not where we want to be. And number three, you are your biggest competition. You every single day you're competing with your former self from yesterday. And so a lot of times when we're getting up in the morning or we're getting our days started, we'll scroll Instagram and start seeing people doing things and posting stuff, and we'll start wanting to compete against those things. And it's not about those things and those people. Great, it's motivational, it's inspirational, it helps you keep going forward, it helps you keep moving forward. But the biggest thing that you have to realize is that it's you versus you. It's you. When you get up and look in the mirror, when you brush your teeth in the morning, or you start getting yourself together, you are competing to make sure that you show up for you. You show up for the things that you want out of your life. You show up for to be able to continue to push yourself forward, to be able to push towards your true purpose, and to be able to create real value. And so those are the three things that I wanted to talk about in today's Daily Dose. It's looking forward to your own journey, making sure you're tapped in and you're tuned in with what it is that you're wanting to do. Number two, only looking to the left and to the right of you for calibration for the things that you're doing, looking for the experts or aficionados in the space that you're in to see what they're doing to be able to better how you offer your product or service, or not only your product or service, or how you navigate into your workspace. And then number three, you are your biggest competition. Is you versus you always. And so every day that I wake up in the morning, I strive to be a better version of myself each and every day. Sometimes I fall short, and you can't get caught up in falling short. There will be weeks where you're on top of it, knocking it out of the park, batting 1,000%. And then there'll be other weeks where you feel like you're regressing. And those are the weeks that test you the most, and see, can you bounce back? Can you dust that dirt off your shoulder and get back to it? And so I hope that these items have helped you today. To my TPE family, to my TPE audience, I greatly appreciate you guys rocking with us Monday through Friday at 4:30 on Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We're not stopping here, man. We're continuing this thing going on. And until next time, TPE family,